Is that the one you want? Are you sure?
What kind of pumpkin do you want to carve? Do it orange. Let's do orange. Let's do it.
Hi guys, Emily here. It is Saturday night and Caleb is in bed asleep and Rob is out of town at the state fair, which means I have some time to myself. So as you saw in the beginning footage, Caleb and I went and picked some pumpkins yesterday. We met some other moms at a local farm and they had kind of a hayride and apple cider classes and stuff like that. So Caleb got to pick out a pumpkin, and then last night Rob and I carved our pumpkins, which is kind of our yearly tradition, and Caleb painted his pumpkin. So we have some pumpkin seeds left. We don't have a lot of pumpkin seeds because, you know, we had 2 pumpkins that we carved open. About half the pumpkin seeds and the pumpkin guts I gave to the chickens because pumpkin seeds are a great natural dewormer. But the other part I actually wanted to use to make some roasted pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to walk you through real quick how I make my sweet and spicy pumpkin seeds. So I already have my oven preheated on 300 degrees and I have my sheet pan out with parchment paper. Parchment paper is a little better to use for this than like a silicone sheet, just because I think the parchment paper helps the pumpkin seeds get a little crispier. And when you use 300 degrees versus a higher temperature, it takes a little bit longer. It will take about 20-30 minutes, but you don't run the risk of them burning as easily. So I have my pumpkin seeds. I washed them last night and then put them in a mixture of water and with like a couple of pinches of salt. So now what I'm going to do is take them out and dry them off. I drained my water out, so now I'm going to put them on this tea towel and just make sure they are as dry as I can probably get them. Now if you use paper towels, you could probably get them a little bit drier, but we don't use paper towels in our house, so all we have are these kitchen towels. Alright. I'm going to toss them in this bowl, the same bowl that I was soaking them in. So I'm just going to hopefully not make a mess, but try to put them all... Oh, here we go. The mess is starting. All right. There's a few extras. All right, and so to my bowl, and this is probably half a cup of pumpkin seeds. So the way the recipe is written, it's based on half a cup. So for half a cup, and don't worry about trying to follow along. I'll have everything posted in the description box below. But I'm going to use half a teaspoon olive oil. Now, I have lost the teaspoon that goes to my set, so I'm using half a teaspoon to measure everything out in. So we'll do 1 teaspoon olive oil. And if you don't do olive oil, you can use like avocado oil. I haven't tried this with coconut oil, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. Alright, so half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. doing a tablespoon of brown sugar. And you can use light brown sugar, you can use dark brown sugar. It really doesn't make that big of a difference for this. Hi, Kayla. Can you give Mommy a minute? So then we'll use 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. There we go. And if you want to measure it out, you can use 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, but I just do a couple of grates with the pepper shaker. So then you just mix it all together. And Caleb has actually woke up, and you can see him in the background playing with his fire truck. But he'll go back to sleep shortly. Hi, bud. Hi, Caleb. You got a dump truck? So you just spread these out on your baking sheet. In one nice even layer. And don't worry if it's not perfect. You'll get plenty of chance to fix it. And then you stick it in your oven. All right, so it'll cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. About 10 minutes in, just open up the stove and stir them real quick. Hey, bud. Alright, so they have been in the oven for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to take them out really quick and give them a quick stir. It's hot, buddy. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, bud. Alright, so a quick stir. Alright, back up. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, watch. You wanna see Mommy? Watch. Alright, and I'm gonna set my timer for another 10 minutes. Alright guys, so it's been another 10 minutes and they look perfect. I'm just gonna let them cool down, put Caleb back to bed, and put in a movie. I think I'm gonna watch Practical Magic tonight. So thanks for watching guys. If you try this recipe, I would love to hear what you think. And please hit subscribe for more great content.